This is Unhustling with Luis Baez. Success used to be my oxygen. Every title, every milestone, every promotion, another breath. Another way to prove that I was doing it right, that I was worth something, that I'd made it out. I built my whole life on that chase. The long hours, the late nights, the constant proving. I was the kid from the Bronx who got recruited to LinkedIn, Google, Uber, the one who drove over 600 million in revenue impact, the one who made it to director of global revenue at a billion-dollar startup. From the outside, it looked incredible, but from the inside, it was killing me, literally. I'll never forget the morning it all cracked open. 2 business trips a week, commuting 2 hours each way when I was home, trying to prove myself in a workplace that made it clear, sometimes subtly, sometimes not, that I didn't belong. I was the only one in too many rooms, the one who had to work twice as hard to get half the recognition, the one who had to code switch so often I forgot what my actual voice sounded like. And I told myself it was worth it, that this is what making it looked like. Until one morning, I woke up and my body said no. I was dizzy, breathless. My heart was racing, but I couldn't move. I tried to stand up and the room tilted. I was so dehydrated, my lips were cracked, but I couldn't remember the last time I had a glass of water that wasn't coffee. My partner took one look at me and said, "You're not fine. You need to see a doctor." I wanted to argue. I had emails to send, calls to make, a flight to catch, but I couldn't even sit up. 3 minutes into that appointment, my doctor looked at my vitals and said, "I need you to go straight to the emergency room right now." And that's how I ended up flat on my back in a hospital bed. IVs in both arms, machines beeping, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, the smell of antiseptic, and my own fear. I stared at that ceiling, completely still for the first time in years. And my first thought was, this shit is not worth it, yo. Lying there, I could feel the absurdity of it all. I'd spent years trying to have it all, the title, the travel, the reputation, the respect. But none of it made me feel whole. Because the bar I was chasing wasn't mine. It was theirs. Theirs being the culture, the company, the conditioning that says success equals sacrifice, productivity equals worth, exhaustion equals achievement. I thought about all the milestones that I'd hit and should have felt amazing, but didn't. The promotions I celebrated for 5 minutes before asking, what's next? The revenue targets I crushed that nobody even acknowledged. The job offers from companies everyone dreams of working for, and still feeling like I wasn't enough. I had checked every box, climbed every ladder, proved myself in every room, and I was still starving on the inside. Here's what I learned in that hospital room. You can hit every metric on your career plan and still be empty. You can win the game and lose yourself. And that's exactly what I've done. That day, success stopped being the bar for me. The new bar became fulfillment. Doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it, and making sure no one gets harmed in the process, including me. Fulfillment became my rebellion, my quiet protest against the lie that more is always better. I realized that I didn't need to prove I could keep up. I needed to build a life I could actually enjoy. For years, I was a destination guy, always chasing the next title, the next client, the next number. I used to say, once I hit that milestone, I'll rest. But the milestones just kept multiplying. And one day I realized I didn't even know how to enjoy myself between them. I didn't know how to be without becoming. I didn't know how to celebrate without calculating the next move, or how to rest without feeling guilty. That was my oh shit moment. When I realized that the very thing I thought was propelling me forward was actually pulling me apart. So I did something radical. I stopped chasing. I stopped treating my dreams like finish lines and started treating them like invitations. Now, success looks nothing like it used to. It looks like fulfillment. It looks like knowing I'm living my truth while being the provider my family deserves. It looks like joy before checklists, presence before performance, stamps in my passport because I finally broke free from my laptop. It looks like mornings that start with a walk by the zoo instead of a sprint to my inbox. It looks like clients who feel like collaborators, not obligations. And it looks like building something that doesn't require me to break myself to keep it running. Unhustling is brought to you by bookedbusypaid.com, the home of systems that support your sanity. If your business is scaling faster than your energy, it's not a motivation problem, it's a systems problem. At bookedbusypaid.com, I partner with founders to build the structure that turns chaos into clarity and growth into peace. Because building a business you love shouldn't cost you the life you're trying to protect. Visit bookbusypaid.com to start freeing up your time today. Now, I want to leave you with a few questions, the same ones that I had to face flat on my back in that hospital bed. I'm going to invite you to take a moment, talk it out loud in the car, in front of the mirror, get weird with it, get real with yourself. First question, whose definition of success have you been chasing? When I asked myself this, I had to be honest. It wasn't mine. It was my family's, the pressure to make them proud, to justify every sacrifice that they made so that I could have opportunities that they never had. It was corporate cultures, the ladder, the title, the corner office, the narrative that says that you're only as valuable as your last win. It was the Bronxes where making it out meant making it big, and anything less than extraordinary felt like a failure. I had inherited a definition of success that was killing me. And I didn't even realize it wasn't mine until I was lying in a hospital bed wondering if I'd ever get up. So I let it go. I stopped chasing their definition and I started building my own. Next question. When was the last time you felt proud and peaceful at the same time? This one stopped me cold because I realized I couldn't remember. Every moment I felt proud. The big wins, the promotions, the recognition came with anxiety attached, fear that I'd have to top it, pressure to keep performing, and worry that it would all disappear. Pride without peace isn't pride, it's pressure. But now I feel both. I feel it when I finish an advisory call and I know I actually helped someone. I feel it when I close my laptop at the end of the day and I don't reopen it. I feel it when I wake up on a Tuesday with nothing on my calendar and don't panic. That's the new success. Proud and peaceful at the same time. And final question. What would fulfillment look like if you stopped earning it and started embodying it? Now, this question changed everything for me because I realized that I've been treating fulfillment like a destination, something I'd arrive at once I'd hit the right number, landed the right client, built the right business. But fulfillment isn't earned. It's embodied. It's how you show up on a random Wednesday. It's choosing alignment over applause, saying no to opportunities that look impressive but feel draining, trusting that I'm enough right now as I am without another accolade to prove it. For me, fulfillment looks like building a business that doesn't require my burnout to survive. It looks like travel that isn't for work. It looks like saying, I don't want to, and not following it with an excuse. It looks like being present for the people I love instead of giving them my leftovers. That's what I'm building now. Not a resume, but a life. You can keep chasing what looks good, or you can start choosing what feels right. One will exhaust you, the other will expand you. I was chasing success so hard, I forgot how to feel successful. And now that I know what fulfillment feels like, there's no going back. And if you're lying awake at night, grinding yourself down, wondering why the wins don't feel like wins anymore, stop. You're not broken. The definition is. And you have permission to write a new one. This is Unhustling, where we build slower, breathe deeper, and still get it all done on our own terms. I'm Luis Baez, and I'm in your corner. Bye for now. You've been listening to Unhustling with Luis Baez. If this episode resonated, then share it with someone who needs to hear it. New episodes drop every Sunday. Subscribe at unhustling.com so you never miss one.